Hello friends, my name is Srinivas and I welcome you to my channel Coding Skills. As part of this video, we will learn how we can update an existing record. So as part of my previous video, I have already showed you how we can save a record for the first time. So in this video, we will see how we can update an existing record. So basically, I'm not starting the complete program from the scratch. So I'm using the existing workspace. So if you look at my screen, I'm already using the form.xml which we have created earlier in my previous video with all the respective dependencies. The Postgres dependency and the basic Hibernate core dependency and as well as Hibernate utility class. This class, as we know, to get the session factory, there is a utility method is created. So I'm using the same class, and it also has the shutdown method. Whenever we terminate, it is going to release that destroy that registry. And there is a student object which is tied to the respective database table and which has all the setter and getter methods, and the Hibernate configuration file which has all the database specific settings and pool related information and all other information which are specific to it. And also we should have a respective mapping of the entity class which is student in our case. The app is a standard Java class to execute this particular program. So the save student, I have already commented invoking this particular method because in this video we will cover the update student. Let's see how we can. I have created a scanner and mapped it to input stream because we need to read some input data from the stream. So please enter a student ID. We have printed a message. So we are reading a student ID sc.nextInt. If the student ID is less than or equal to 0, we are simply giving a valid informative message because it should be a valid ID, right? So that's what we are trying to give here. Else, that means if the ID is valid, then we are trying to proceed with the actual activity. So we have declared a transaction object and we have started with a try. And what exactly we are doing here? From the Hibernate util class, we are calling a session factory get session factory method. From there, we are opening session. So this method is going to give us a session object. Basically, this way of try with this way of invocation is called a try with resources. So we can also do this complete getting a session of object here, but this is one way of approach of like invoking any operation as part of the try with resource. We can also do that. Once we have the session object ready, so we are trying to get the session object. Sorry, you can get the student object. Student object equal to session.get student.class and the student ID whatever we have captured from the input stream. So if student ID equal to not null means when we will end up with this scenario is basically if we give a particular student ID, if there is no record with that ID in a database, so obviously this is going to give us a get the null value. So in that case, what we are giving, there is an else block. If the student ID is not null, then we are proceeding with the actual operation. If it is null, that means there is no student ID, right? So we are printing a message. There's a typo. Student could not find with the given ID. So we are also giving the respective ID of the one. Suppose if we got the student ID object, we are printing an existing student name. So and we are trying to update with the some other name. So I'll try to update. I'm just changing some name. And before performing the actual operation, we need to begin the transaction. Transaction equal to session.begin transaction. And this is the actual operation. Session.merge and the object whatever you have updated, we are trying to merge that object with the session. Once we are done with the merging, we are simply calling transaction.commit and we are printing a message student updated successfully. Suppose if there is an issue as part of performing any of these operations, so there is a catch block. The catch block is going to take care of like releasing, like it's going to roll back the transaction whatever it's complete it was in progress and printing a stack trace just to get the actual failure message. So let's see how we can run this program. I'm just saving. I'll show you from the basic scenario. Let's run it. So this is the basic scenario. Please enter a valid student ID. So this is the check it is trying to execute here. Now let's try with the valid scenario. Before executing that, let's see the data, whatever it is there in the database. So there are two records, 1 and 2, Sam and Karan, right? So let's try to update one of the record. I'm giving student number 1. So existing name is Sam, and we are updating as part of our program. Here we have hard coded, but if you want, you can also read the same name from the input stream to update the existing student record. So if you look at the list of the queries, first it has issued a select query to get the respective student record, and it has printed the student object once we got the student record, and it issued update query, update student, and it is modifying the respective values, and there is a generic message. Let's go to see that current. So one got updated with a current. So let's try to update the with something else. Let's try to update it. I'll try to update a second record now. So this name is current. We are trying to update, right? Let's refresh it. Second record, you should see the respective name. Let's try with the failure scenario as well. If you pass the invalid student ID, I'm passing 5. So there is no student record with the given 5, right? So it has issued a select query to get the student object. It could not identify. Here, if you observe, student ID is null, right? Obviously, it end up with a else block. Student could not find with a given ID. This is how we can perform the basic update operation using a Hibernate program. So this is the key step. So please like the video and share it with your friends. In case if you are looking for any specific program, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to make that video as early as possible for you. Thank you very much once again. Bye.